I'm Elle Hari, Twin Flame Alchemist, writer, teacher, and coach. In today's episode, we are going to learn how the Twin Flame journey is the absolute key to success in not just your getting to know yourself, your spirituality, um, you know, your relating with others, and most importantly, the Twin Flame, but in every aspect of life. So, how can that be? How can something that seemingly has to do with love and relationships be the key to success in other areas? Say like, I don't know, financial or business. I just want to say that if you are, newly embarking on your journey, or you just haven't really found the proper teacher or coach or someone to help you along your journey, and you're just stuck in, that beginning part of it, um, where you just, believe me, I was there. I was 6 months on the floor and nothing. I mean, I would never believe someone if they told me what I'm saying in this video, that this is actually such a blessing and this holds the key to success in every area of your life, but it totally does. Um, so I get it if you're very skeptical about this right now, and you just don't even want to hear this because you can't even fathom this. And I get that. I've been there, but it is so true. And why is that? Because first of all, there's a couple reasons. First of all, the soul. It is run by the soul. The whole journey is about you know aligning closer to your soul, which is your true self, and of course your twin flame. But getting to know yourself on the soul level, getting to know your true self. Your soul is your truth. Your soul is your true self. And so, really, the definition of success, what you might think you want or desire in life, what you might think is your definition of success, and that's always been your definition of success, is actually, it may very well change as you move along this journey. Because this journey opens you up to so many things of your truth, including your true soul's purpose. And your purpose, very often, more times than not, like mine did, probably might not align with whatever it is that you currently do as your profession or your job now, right? Or that you think you want to do, or that you're studying to. For example, I started as a lawyer, and that's totally different than this. And this just totally took everything and flipped that all around when I discovered my purpose through this journey. And I have students, I hear from them all the time who are, in fabulous careers. I mean, that they've spent, years in studying, going to grad school and things, and, getting these professional credentials, and have great thriving businesses. And then all of a sudden, what, they do this journey, they're getting balance, and they realize, oh my gosh, that's not their purpose. Something else comes in that just, completely knocks them off that course and puts them straight on the course where, even if they thought that that was fulfilling before this journey, and they thought that was what they wanted to do, their new course just, it flows. It just flows. And so what I'm trying to get at here really is that, and not just with, whatever you choose to do as your career, your job, or anything like that, but also in terms of what you think you may want, what you think your true desires are, might most likely change, at least, some of them. They won't all be the same as they are now. Why? Because the come from, where you've come from since, you started this lifetime and all your previous lifetimes, and me too, and everyone else, is, from the place of fear. It's from, what people like to describe as ego, and it's in your mind. And so what you think in your mind, and what you've been almost like conditioned, and through fear-based energy and the fear-based energy around you your whole life in this world, to think is important, to think that is what you want, very often is not aligned with what your true soul's desires are. And that's very common with this journey as well. And there might be some resistance you might be feeling to that. That is your fear-based energy. And I'm not saying like everyone's changes everything. You don't want any of the same things that you wanted before. I mean, I'm not saying everything that you want now is, not aligned with truth, or, is all fear-based. If you want, world peace, then, that's perfect. That's great. But, it's different than that. It changes, just really, you could even desire and want the same things, but just your come from about it, your intention for it is different. It's very hard to explain, but as you continue this journey and you shift closer into alignment with your soul, and you really get to know yourself and understand what you want, it's like what you truly desire just comes to you. And it might be different than what you desired when you started this journey. And but you realize, wow, I'm so amazing, happy and grateful that I have this, that this happened out this way instead of the way that I would have planned it out before this journey, if that makes sense. And I'm talking about in every aspect of your life, not just with the journey. And so, you can't plan, is what I'm saying. You can't plan what your desires are, what you want. And what you think you want, you will know if that's truly what your true soul's desire is as you move along this journey, because you won't have to go get it. You won't have to go do something. You when you are in alignment with your true self and your soul magnetizes in all your true desires to you without you really having to do anything. You don't have to plan in your mind how to get it. You don't have to, really go out and do anything. And when you do things, when you do take actions, they don't feel like, they're actions. They don't feel like they're work. It's just, and you don't even have to think about how to do it. It's just like the answer comes to you. It really is amazing and miraculous. And I see it all the time with my students. And I mean, I am living proof of exactly why and how that happens. So that's really the first reason why and how this journey is the key to your success and everything. Because as you align closer to your true self and your true desires, they automatically start showing up in your world. And even though they may be different than what in your mind you thought was what you truly desired, they are your true desires, because your soul is your truth and your true desires. And you'll know that they are your true desires because they'll feel just right and perfect. And you sometimes won't even, in certain cases, won't even believe that you even could consider wanting what you thought you wanted. And they just come to you. You don't have to go out and get them. You don't have to work hard for them. You don't have to, you know, plan and plot and schedule and do all this other stuff to get them. You don't have to work hard for them. They just come to you. So that's the first reason. Now, the second reason is because of the actual lesson of this journey. The lesson of this journey is like the golden lesson, and my own secret for success is in everything. And so the number one lesson of this journey, obviously, well, the point of this journey is to love yourself, right? But when you love someone, what does that, what does that entail for you? What is that definition of that for you? Well, one of the first things that might come to mind is when you love someone, you trust them. And so really the main lesson that you're doing in this journey to love yourself is you're learning to trust yourself. You're trusting and believing in yourself. And by self, I mean your true self. I mean your soul. So, this might sound like, oh yeah, believing in myself, so I'm going to have confidence. I can do this, right? But that's not what I mean. Confidence is great. I'm not saying, you should have any kind of self-esteem issues or anything like that. But confidence is more like, oh yeah, I can do this. I can go out and do this. Notice the do in there, right? Well, remember, like I said in previously, this isn't about doing. You don't have to do anything. So it's not really a confidence. It's just a belief that you can stop doing something and let go, and then your true self brings in everything that you want and you truly desire. And so that is trusting and believing in yourself, is actually trusting yourself to do it, which is your soul, and not you having to plan and do and think about everything here in the physical world. You trust that your soul is orchestrating everything, and it will all come to you physically in divine perfect timing. And this is true regarding your twin flame. This is true regarding, your true desires physically. Like if you want, things you want in life in terms of truly, how you want to live, your purpose. And then when those things start coming in and you start following, because they're going to come in and they're going to come in signs. I mean, the path is just going to open up for you, and you're going to say, this is just appearing in my life. Or this is all of a sudden everywhere. Why am I seeing this everywhere, right? Maybe I should do this. And then so you take a leap of faith and you do it. You don't really do it like, but it's coming to you. So you're like, oh, I'll sign up for this. Or I will, think about this or accept this. And just, you just see the signs. It's very hard to explain, but they just they kind of guide you along the way, because they come in, and when they start coming in like droves. And it's the same thing over and and over again. That's your soul telling you, hey, consider this. And so you consider something there, and then all of a sudden new things come in, and that's your next step to take, right? But you don't really have to go looking for it. Is my point. It comes to you, and it does. You feel it, you resonate with it. It feels right, and so that's really the number one lesson of this journey, is to trust and believe in yourself. And by self, of course, I mean soul. And you let go of the trying to do everything and make shit happen, and analyzing everything in your head. And that letting go of that is trusting and believing in your soul to take care of everything and bring it in right to you. And so if you'd like to learn more about this, actually, I collaborated with 21 other inspiring people around the world about our secrets to success. And it's the #1 international bestseller. It's called Yes, I Can. It's right here. And you go, guys, go buy it. You can get it in paperback, or you can get it in instant downloadable ebook form. You don't need a Kindle for it. It's not on Amazon. I put the links in below this video. In this book, I mean, if you're interested at all, it just details specifically, in detail, I detail about how my own twin flame journey actually did lead me to my success. And it takes you into quite some detail about how that happened and the progression for me with this, and how I was able to trust and believe in myself. And one more thing about trust and belief, most people, most beliefs, they come from our mind, right? We think, oh, yeah, even if it's subconscious, it's in the mind, they're ingrained in us. Or we think, oh, okay, yeah, that sounds right. I'll believe that, right? Or I'll trust that. But that's not how you trust and believe in yourself. Remember, this has to take place on the soul level. And so it doesn't come with just you tell yourself, okay, I'm believing myself today. I'm going to trust and believe in myself, and then that's going to get you there. No, you will get there in your mind after you shift closer into alignment with your soul, after you start to resonate with who you truly are. It's a resonance. It happens on the soul level. And then eventually that filters into your mind. And then in your mind, you do trust, and that you trust and believe in yourself. But that the mind part can't come first. You can't talk yourself into this like you can other things, right? This has to be first shift closer into alignment with your true self, with your soul. Then, and that level of resonance you get from that, then that filters into your, and then you just know in your mind, and just in your being, that you can trust and believe in yourself, that your soul is running the show, and your soul is perfect, and it doesn't fuck up, and it will bring you everything you truly desire, because it's the only thing that knows what you actually truly desire. And it will bring it in, and it's going to be better than what you could have even come up with in your mind or head about what you want. And it's all going to come in divine perfect timing. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this edition of Twin Flame Truth TV. We are going to be off next week, but we will return in 2 weeks from today. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great week. Have a great 2 weeks, and lots of love.